This is a movie.
Keep repeating. It's only a movie. Only a movie. Only a movie.
I love movies. Gosh, I love movies.
Listen to the Matt and Mark Movie Show.
Okay, we're back. It has been, it hasn't been that long. We were just back. We did a whole streaming episode crossing the streams, but this week, I want to just quickly explain to the people what we're doing.
Great answer.
What was that? Triple H? I'm not a wrestling guy.
Oh, that's his?
Is that what that was?
Very interesting.
What is it where you gesture to the underwear region in wrestling? What's that called? The Triple H? It's called the Preparation H. Okay, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Matt and Mark Movie Show. We want to explain what we're doing. That's what reputable podcasts do. They tell you what they're doing at the top of the show. We're no goddamn different from them. This is a Get Prepped. The new Quiet Place prequel, A Quiet Place Day One, is coming out. So Mark and I decided we wanted to get prepped, and that's what we're doing. This is a double feature review looking back at both A Quiet Place and A Quiet Place Part 2. You can listen to these hopefully before you see Day One, and then you will be fully prepped, ready to go. And what I'm going to try to do is I'll try to give a little sort of plot at the top, and then we can fucking go for it. So there you go. And by the way, this is your warning. There will be spoilers. So if you don't want to be spoiled on the first two Quiet Place movies, I don't know why you clicked on this podcast, but you're here, and now you know. Joining me, of course, is Mark. Hello, sir.
What up, bro?
So excited to have you back, buddy.
I know, it's good to talk to you again.
It's good to talk movies. It's good to talk horror movies. Let's just let the cat out of the bag, because I'm going to tell you something. Part of my motivation for wanting to talk about these movies is because Mark and I are making our annual trip to HHN, and the big premiere haunted maze that they announced is A Quiet Place, and I believe it will be based on the first two movies. They're going to kind of do like a...
Oh, sweet.
Not like a compilation, but it'll be like you'll move sort of through the first movie, and then we'll know soon enough, right? So I was like, you know what? Before we do HHN, I like to go back and watch some of the horror movies that we're going to be walking through the houses, and I thought, this is the perfect fucking excuse. Watch all the Quiet Places. Mark, had you seen the Quiet Place movies prior to this?
I have. No, let me put it this way. I watched the first one in the theaters with my family, and everybody loved it. It's a great movie. Spoiler alert, I liked it. I saw the second. I tried to watch the second one, and I passed out real hard.
Well, the second one came out at a weird time because did it come out during the pandemic? It kind of got swallowed up by the pandemic.
No, I think it was one of those movies that wasn't it one of the ones at the start of the pandemic?
I thought it was the opposite. I thought it was like when people started to be able to make, like a little earlier than we all communally decided it was okay to go back to the theater. It was like 3 weeks before that, and people were still like, I ain't going to that death zone. I ain't going to the death march at Regal Cinemas. Yes. And then it kind of got like swallowed up by the pandemic, and people sort of like missed the sequel.
I mean, if you think about it, though, it's like, I guess it made enough money to garner a prequel, right? Did it do okay?
No, it's a profitable franchise. They're not going to keep making movies if it's not profitable. I don't think these are like fucking runaway hits. I actually
Rest
had
in
this
peace,
up.
Mad Max.
Rest in peace. All right, the first Quiet Place, according to Wikipedia, made $341 million. I think that's worldwide. So 341. And then that was off of a budget of 17 mil. So that's why they were like, we're making more of these.
Damn.
And then A Quiet Place Part 2 made a little less, $297 million.
That's not
So
too bad.
let's add these together. 3 So it's over $500 million.
How much did the second movie cost to make?
The second movie cost, oh Jesus, they had a big jump in budget on this one. So the first movie cost 17 million. Second movie, 55 to 61 million.
What?
Yes.
Wow.
They spent money. They should have just
Well, I
kept
guess
it
they
lean.
still made a
but
yeah.
they made the money
Actually-
back, but you know. That's cool.
I know what you think about it now.
No, you don't. No, you don't. I'm trying to hide my feelings. No, I think it's kind of obvious. I like both of these movies. I like one a little more than the other, and I'll let you figure out which one it is.
Okay. Oh, I have a question for you though. I forgot. Did you see this in the theater, or
Okay.
you bailed on it?
Thank
like
you for
everyone, right?
asking. Thank you so much. It's like I'm on the Today Show. Thanks, Al Roker. I saw the first one at the Alamo Drafthouse, and it was kind of a shit show because it's a quiet movie. The whole concept is that major chunks of it
Oh,
are
no.
fucking quiet. And no, here's the thing. My audience behaved. I think we all had the same idea. We were like, let's all go to the Alamo. It's a safe place where we can all... It's a true quiet place. And this was in New York City. And, dude,
Were you
just
trying
the
to hold in a
clanging...
fart?
It was, no, it was like the clanging of
Well, it's
forks on
quiet.
plates and fucking
Oh.
waiters walking through. It's loud. It's loud even if you're quiet, okay? So that was a mistake. I will say this, blanket statement for both movies. I enjoyed them both far more at home than I did in the theater. Because these are not movies you need to watch with big dynamic sound. There are whole chunks that are just fully fucking silent. But to me, it's better because you can control the shit in your own area. I mean, unless you're me, my cat harasses me and shit. There's always landscaping and shit going on in my apartment building. I'm like, what fucking day do you guys show up? Now it's Monday, then it was Friday. It's like, they're always a leaf blower. There's always just a leaf blower blowing in the
Dude.
distance.
Remember at HHN that constant leaf blower guy
Yes!
at the hotel?
That was the guy from my fucking landscapers. That guy followed me to HHN and he was like, ah, bitch, I brought the terror to you. And the second movie was during the pandemic, and I did not go to the theater because I was tricked by the government. And Fox News told me not to. I didn't go. I didn't go to the theater until whatever the Fast and Furious movie was that year. F9, I think it was. So I watched it
How
on...
appropriate.
I watched it on video. I only watched it on video. And I had an amazing time with it then, and I had an even better time with it now. So I think I'm kind of telling you which movie I prefer. I'm just going to say. But before we
I
get
might
into our...
shock you too.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, before we get into our reviews, we're going to be talking about both movies really quick. Find us on the socials, Instagram at the Matt and Mark Movie Show. We are no longer on TikTok. Check us out on YouTube. Like and subscribe there. And we have a voicemail. You can leave us a voicemail at 707-948-6707. All right. We done fucked around enough. Let's say it. Let's talk about A Quiet Place. This is the first one in the series. Came out in 2018, directed by Jim from The Office. I refuse to find out this guy's real name. But he is a good
Dude, I kept
writer-director.
fucking his name up. I apologize to him.
He's a good writer-director, this guy. He actually made the first two. And this was the other thing. We had this conversation recently. This new one at Day One, the prequel, is made by fucking Mike Sarnosky, the guy who made Pig with Nick Cage. That was the other thing that kind of piqued my interest. I was like, what the fuck's that guy been up to?
Yeah.
That's what he's been up to.
That's quite a jump, actually, because doesn't that one the scale of it look massive?
It looks
in comparison?
huge.
It
It
looks
looks
like
huge.
it's going to be the best of the bunch, in my opinion, just from
Although
watching
they
those
flirt
trailers.
they flirt a little bit with that Day One in part two, which we'll get to. But let's
Yeah, I
talk
know.
about A Quiet Place 1, or just A Quiet Place. 2018, directed by Jim from The Office. Here's the setup. We're kind of thrown into a post-apocalyptic world that is kind of barren, but mostly silent. People have learned how to live in silence because there are these creatures that we learn are called angels. That's not a spoiler. They're called angels or dark angels, one of those. who
I didn't even know that.
yeah, one of the papers I saw, like a newspaper, it was like the Dark Angel has come, and then I was like, oh, that's weird. It's the first time I noticed that, and I went to Wikipedia and looked it up, and I was like, oh, they are officially known as angels or dark angels. That's what the monsters are called. A little bit of trivia there, Mark. You can throw that at your next cocktail party and be a big hit. Are you the guy who had the Quiet Place trivia?
It's
Yes.
like,
Leave.
ever see like when the group just slowly moves away from you?
Yeah.
Oh,
I feel it every week on this podcast, Mark. I feel the audience slowly move away from us every week. I'm like, no, listen to more Quiet Place trivia. We're going to talk about Jim from The Office soon. God.
The Office is popular.
So people have learned to live in silence because creatures are attracted to sound. If they hear any sound, they come a-running and they'll kill your ass. And that's really it. We follow one family called the Abbott family. They live a simple life on a farm, and they have way too many kids to be in this situation, and she's pregnant with
I
a
know.
fur. I was like, how many fucking
It's the
kids?
dumbest family ever.
Dude, that
It's
was
like,
the one
come
thing I
on,
kept thinking.
Get a
I know
vasectomy.
Yes!
It'll save your life.
I kept thinking about this during... I know they did it because they were like, oh, it's a great high-concept thing in a world where everyone has to be quiet. What's like the loudest, messiest thing you could think of? How about a lady giving birth? And I get why they did it. It's great drama. But fuck. Like, my immersion was broken a little bit because I was like, really? We're still having children in this world?
The oxygen thing, too?
Yes.
They're banking it on finding oxygen canisters. Please.
And that can't be good for the baby, right? To keep getting an oxygen mask shoved in its face.
They're the shittiest family ever. It becomes very apparent the more it goes on. But there'll be things I'll totally trash, by the way, and I hope I remember. But at the same time, I do like the franchise. So let it be known that I am a lover of the franchise.
Same. I'm a lover, not a fighter, and I'm a lover of this franchise. But I also love to complain. So I'm definitely going to talk shit. You know what surprised me most on this rewatch that I wanted to talk to you about, besides the fact that she would continuously get pregnant, is it's a Platinum Dunes joint. It's a Michael Bay production.
Yes,
For
I was
some
happy
reason,
to see that name.
I always think, doesn't this movie, this might just be me, but both, especially these first two movies, they give me like real Amblin vibes. Like, don't they feel like old Amblin movies? It's like small town Americana, sort of American family dysfunction, right? Here we have like a dad and a daughter who are kind of at odds because there's a death in the family. And then you have this like high concept shit with monsters fucking chasing them. There's these big, they almost feel like the first Jurassic Park, like where like, it's just like big set pieces. It's like pick your person, and at the midpoint of the movie, the rest of this person's story is a giant set piece. I love that. But it doesn't. I thought for sure, dude, I would have bet real money this was a Universal movie and that I was going to see the fucking Amblin logo. When Platinum Dunes showed up, I was like, really?
It does feel kind of like they're trying to do the whole throwback thing. It even has that kind of, the fall color palette that the 1980s always seem to have.
Yes, it's always fucking autumn in the 1980s.
Yeah, I know. But it looks gorgeous, and everyth's shot at golden hour. It kind of looks like that Robert Redford movie. What was that one? There's a pitcher or something.
You talking about Sneakers?
Sneakers? No, he's a pitcher.
Dude,
the
you're not you when you're hungry, man. Eat a Sneakers. You know what I mean? This is what happens when you're isolated, people. You start making jokes like this. I'm sorry, okay?
Oh my God.
Mark, would you have bet money, like if I would have asked you, because you're like, we're both big Michael Bay fans, but you're like an even bigger Bay fan than I am. Would you have remembered off the dome if I was like, dude, is this a Platinum Dunes movie? You would have been like, oh, hell yeah.
You know, this is how stupid I am. I didn't realize that it was a Michael Bay production for Platinum Dunes because I'm a dummy. I only realized it at the end where it was like, Michael Bay. It was very apparent to me.
Yes.
It was like, oh, wow. I mean, but if you think about it, it's sort of like when I see his name attached, at least I know it's going to be a good-looking movie.
Yes.
It's even those Texas Chainsaw Massacre movies he produced,
Those, yeah, dude.
They're like some of the best looking movies.
That
Hands down.
2003 Texas Chainsaw Massacre with Jessica Biel is, I'll go to bat for that movie. It's fantastic. I even like, this is controversial, this is how you know you got a real weird horror friend. If that friend also likes Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the beginning, the prequel that they made right after, oh, it's fun. It's good. If you like 2003 Texas Chainsaw, go watch that one.
Okay, maybe I'll check that one out.
It's a fun time. I feel like if we talk about Texas Chainsaw Massacre enough, we'll summon Tommy Nuggets like Beetlejuice. He'll just kind of appear.
Yeah, I know. Come back, Tommy.
Tommy. Okay. So that was kind of my initial thinking. I was like, wow, it has a real Amblin feel, does it not? Like,
yeah, it does.
It feels like Jurassic Park. It feels like Arachnophobia is another movie that it kind of reminds me of a lot.
That movie is dope, yes.
Where you're getting these slices of small town, and it's kind of, it's cutesy and it's very simple, and then there are these great set pieces, right? But although Arachnophobia has a lot more comedic relief, this movie has zero comedic relief. It's fucking serious from the jump.
There are some unintentionally funny parts, though.
Wait, what was unintentionally funny to you?
Dude, I don't care. It is moving. But when he yells to get the attraction of the monster off his daughter, I always laugh. We're like, it's like they couldn't do another take where it sounded a little bit more like, I don't know.
He could have also screamed anything. I was thinking about that moment because he's doing something bold and sacrificing himself for his family. But the fact that he just lets out his primal scream, because that's the thing is, here's my thinking. We already saw that earlier in the movie. When he and the son go out on their walk and he shows them the waterfall, the freaky thing that happens, if a freaky thing happens to like each of the family members, and the freaky thing that happens to Jim from The Office and his son is that they see an old man who's clearly mourning the death of his wife, and he's like, I can't live in this world anymore. And so he lets out a scream. And
that
I was like,
is terrifying.
That one is terrifying. And it's like, oh, it only calls to attention how silly his scream is later, right? Because that old guy's scream is legit.
Can I tell you, like, in my theater, most of the people laughed.
They did?
And I don't think that was the intention. When he's doing although that does take a long time for him to sign all that stuff to his daughter, like, they would be dead by then. These things are super fast. But
my question is, like,
it's actually very moving when he does that.
Oh, it's super moving, but, like, that's another thing I have, too, that I want to talk about, is the creatures can hear just about everything. But, like, if you're moving and signing, you kind of are letting out a little bit of breath. You can hear. They wouldn't hear you if you're constantly signing, or, like, Emily Blunt is always, like, moving her hands. Like, when your hands cut through the air, you can hear that, right? And these fucking things, they're all eardrums. Like, couldn't they hear them?
That's the problem. The franchise, by the way, I think his direction is great, and I like his acting in it, too, and I think he's awesome. I do think the concept is awesome, but at the same time, it's also, there's a lot of things that would make you question how long this family survived for.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, they're walking on, like, even though it's, like, sand that they put down to create that path, they still go off the path, but they make it very apparent in the movie throughout that, like, any, like, little slight movement is something that will
trigger the angel, trigger the monster. Yeah.
And
I know,
because they seem to be everywhere too, because within seconds they're swiping someone across the floor.
Okay, but I'll tell you this. The open in the first movie is one of my favorite things in the first movie, because it's so smart. We talk about economical storytelling on this show a lot, but just like the fact that it is purely show don't tell, and the little kid wants the rocket ship, and the fucking rocket ship makes noise, and that's the fucking thing that attracts them. Like, the way that is fucking shot and spelled out, genius. Bravo, Jim. That was so good, it makes me want to watch If now. Just so that motherfucker can prove me wrong. Now I'm almost willing to watch If, because these Quiet Place movies are so good. Because he directed that too. Maybe I'm sitting here talking shit. Maybe that's a great fucking movie. I don't know. Could be, right? Now, are you more inclined to watch If now? Good. You're going to watch If.
I am. Now that you mentioned that, yes, I would.
You're like, I'm watching that shit tonight.
I mean, if you make two good movies in a row, that's rare in and of itself.
It is a little,
especially if it's a franchise piece too. Like, how
it is a little
cool
crazy
is
though that he he's like, hey, I'm gonna let the pig guy direct the new one, and because I'm busy making If. Now he's gonna feel really dumb if this new one is also a massive success, because his If movie didn't do that well, right?
Ooh, it did.
But he clearly had a passion for If because it was the thing that clearly conflicted with him making A Quiet Place Day One. It's going to be interesting to see that movie now.
But did he have anything to do with the writing, though? Or nothing?
I don't know if he wrote the script for that. Wait, I'm going to look that shit up right now. Hey,
I would say I would have loved to see him do something in an even bigger set piece, just because his direction abilities have scaled with the franchise, so it looks like he's capable of tackling something even bigger.
He did not. Michael Sarnowski, the pig guy, wrote and directed it. The only thing Jim is credited with is the story. He cracked the story with Michael Sarnowski. So that's going to be interesting to see. Like, anyway.
Well, I think he's a good writer in that case too. Since he wrote the first two.
Yeah, dude.
I think he can do.
I gotta say,
very
man,
capable filmmaker, so I'm excited, and I think it looks gorgeous.
Literally, that was my thinking as I finished Quiet Place Part 2. I was like, I guess I'm gonna watch If now because Jim from The Office convinced me that he knows what he's doing. He's a damn good director, dude. I'm not even kidding. I think these Quiet Place movies, I'm gonna make a blanket statement about both. I think they are both better directed than Oppenheimer, and I'm not even fucking kidding. I think they are
we are gonna
real
get so
crowd
much
pleasers.
flack.
Good. Bring the flack.
I 100% agree with you.
Yeah. I think Oppenheimer feels like a bunch of mini montages. Like, that's what Nolan knows how to do. A Quiet Place feels like a movie with a story that moves. Set pieces that move to one converging point. Like, they're really fucking well made. We're making fun of shit. There is stupid shit, as Mark is saying. The one thing that fucking makes me so mad, especially in the first movie, is when you go down to his basement where he's been trying to like chronicle and crack the code of what the angels are and what's happening. And there's like he would never have this written on a whiteboard, but it says like, what is the weakness? And like really obvious, like, why would he have that? Right? He would just write weaknesses. Ideas to kill, right? It just says like creatures. You could just put weaknesses with like a question mark. Yes.
And not spell it out.
Not literally spelled out. That to me, no offense to Michael Bay, but doesn't that seem like a Michael Bay note where he was like, we need to let people know.
Stupid.
We need to let the people in North Dakota know that he's searching for their weakness. So maybe it's something really subtle, super subtle. Like on the board, it says, what is the weakness? With 15 question marks.
You know what? I think I would have bought it more if he scribbled it on a wall like he was pissed off, and maybe you see the outline of a spent beverage on the wall.
Yes, or like some tomato soup or something.
Yeah, he writes it down in like his feces.
He
like
uses
corn.
No, he uses like an old. He uses an old grilled cheese to like write in the tomato soup on the wall. That's the other thing. You see them. I thought this was very clever. I was very taken with all the clever ways that they had lived in the Quiet Place world, right? Where like they serve dinner not on plates but on these giant leaves, super soft. When they're playing a board game, there's a fucking quilt underneath the board so the fucking dice don't hit the floor. Which, by the way, I don't know why you're playing a throwing dice game in the Quiet Place universe. There's so many other games you can play that are quieter, right? Fucking Go Fish is quiet-ish, I guess. No, I guess you have to talk. You could sign and ask the other person what they're holding, right? Why would you pick fucking Monopoly? Anyway, that was the other thing I was thinking.
What's another really loud game? Hungry Hippos?
Hungry Hippos?
Like a tent.
What's the one with the fucking dome in the middle of the dome in the middle of the board? Is that Sorry or Trouble? One of those has a thing you keep popping. It's like, you know what I'm talking about?
No,
it's got dice inside of it.
I do remember Sorry is like you can bump into people and they were feed those dudes in the
and you're supposed to say sorry.
Yeah.
You know what else is loud? Operation.
Like if
you hit that fucking guy's body in any way, it buzzes.
Oh, I love that one. That was like one of my favorite games.
That would have been fun to have. The kids are playing Operation. They're playing Operation, and then later they got to operate on somebody. And they're like, don't buzz him. That would be amazing, dude. Oh, all right. That's for the next
Yeah,
one.
can you
That's for the
imagine
next one.
if they go to like a Doritos factory and that's all the
Yes.
food they have, and
They're
it's
like, this
just
is it.
them like cowering in a corner trying to open bags,
Yes.
and the stupid kids cut themselves with the
Or maybe are they
corn
like,
tortillas.
are they quietly like crushing the chips so that it's down to a fine powder they can just like ingest?
Yeah, and then they regurgitate it into. No, that's disgusting.
That's
I'm sorry.
gross. That's gross. Now I'm trying to remember what they were eating because I'm like, wouldn't all this stuff make noise? Like if you're
Various slimes they should be eating.
Yes, agreed. They should be eating super soft things, slimes. Like on those
crackers.
on those wilderness shows, you know how people like eat snails and shit to survive. You know what I'm talking about? You ever watch those? I
I
watched
do,
this.
but then I lose my appetite because I like to eat snacks as I watch things, and it's just like the guy's eating like a testicle or an eyeball, and it's just like there's shit shooting out of the fucking lens. It's like, come on, man! I was trying to eat some chips here.
Some little plasmatic.
You feel bad
ooze
eating
comes
chips
out.
as you watch this family
No,
navigate
not
this
at all.
universe?
No, I was at the Alamo Draft House eating a fucking hot dog and curly fries while I was watching them undergo this horrific existence.
I don't know about you though. I have to mention this. Like, I get diarrhea a lot. I would die in this universe so
Yes.
fast.
Would you survive the Quiet Place universe? No way. No way, dude, right? I snore. What happens if you snore? You're fucked.
Dead too.
Yeah, if you snore, I snore. You have diarrhea and I snore. If you snore, you're definitely fucked because they can hear that shit. They're coming
That
for
means
me.
the only survivors, they'll have iron stomachs and they
And
will
no
not
sleep
snore,
apnea.
and great breathing.
Yeah. They're like, we can eat anything. We don't have sleep apnea. That's how you survive in the Quiet Place universe.
Dude, the moment that the environment shifts to where we actually have to start drinking sewage water to survive, I'm dead. That's the day I'll realize that I'm dead.
You're like, I can't do it. Plus,
great, I'm
you
getting a
can only
claw
poop at home,
rectum.
right? You couldn't poop if you were on the run. What if these
Yeah, I
things had
can't
you on
do
the
that.
run? You couldn't poop outside.
I'd be shitting my pants.
Also,
Literally.
okay, here's a question, right? So when he takes the kid on the walk, and he shows him the waterfall, the kid's all afraid. I like that moment. And he's like, no, it's fine. We can actually talk. And I can make a loud noise.
I just have to almost kill you on the way over. We have to survive.
We have to survive, so I can
And
show
then we
you
can
the
talk.
waterfall. But when he's under the waterfall and it's doing the constant running, I'm like, why wouldn't you just move there? Why wouldn't you just fucking move your family
Dude.
nearer to the waterfall?
You know what would be funny if they just didn't do it because they didn't like mosquitoes. So they'd rather risk their lives in some shitty.
They're like, I don't want West Nile.
We'll just learn signing. Okay, guys? We're learning signing.
Everyone
I'm
learns
not
American
looking for
Sign
goddamn
Language.
mosquitoes.
Everyone. Mark, do you have a favorite set piece in part one? Because is it Emily Blunt giving birth in the tub?
That one is like, that one sort of makes me laugh just because it's like,
It's so ridiculous.
it's the
right?
most ridiculous situation to be in this universe, you know?
You know which one
It
I
just is
prefer?
like, it doesn't make sense. I don't know, but I guess
like
it
the
does happen.
surprise because once you think it's over for her, and he finds her in the bathtub and carries her out, and they bring her down to the basement. The reveal later, after she's like, "Oh, I'm safe. I'm asleep. The baby's in a box without an oxygen mask," right? Where she wakes up and she's like, "Oh fuck, it's flooding." That moment I love, and then the
I
follow
know
up
my
moment.
water broke, but not this much.
Not this goddamn much. The follow-up moment where the angel starts swimming towards her, that I love. I think I prefer that to the giving birth part.
That felt like a very old school set piece, which I
Yes.
thoroughly enjoyed.
Like,
right?
Jane-
It's
almost-
always
that's what
like
I'm talking
the
about, like,
water, and then
There's a real
the
Amblin.
murkiness.
There's like an Amblin vibe to these movies, especially the first one. The
It
second
almost
one
feels
starts
like
to go
Spielberg would have had his hand in it a bit.
100%, dude. It's very Spielbergian. If the
That sounded very like
if
you
the
know,
if the parents were
academic.
on the verge of a divorce and just staying together for the kids, it would be super Spielbergian.
well, he does give her a divorce in his own way.
In his own way. Death doth part, Mark.
You know what? That's actually a very interesting choice to do. Like, I understand as a parent, you would die for your children.
Yes, but weren't they
But at the
kind of
same time,
safe?
that means he's like relegating the rest of his family
He's like,
to
fuck you.
imminent doom, essentially,
Yeah.
because wasn't he was going out and doing everything. And I'm
He
not
was-
saying they're not capable, but
No. But
You
you're
know,
absolutely right. He was
he
the main.
kind of was doing everything.
He was like working
the
on the
scene of
hearing
things.
aid. He was fucking going out to collect and forage shit. He was like another set of hands there to help with the kids, you know, because the kids always got fucking issues, right? The little fucking kid, I feel so bad for that middle kid who's always getting hurt. He gets hurt in each movie. In the first movie, he's like fucking dying. You don't know why. They have to get him medication. And then in the second movie, we'll get to that. Anyway,
Dude, they do him dirty. Jesus.
they do him real dirty in that second movie, which we're going to talk about momentarily. But yeah, it's a weird choice. You're absolutely right, because he's kind of like, fuck this, I've had enough, but I could do it to save my kids. But then it really leans on, oh, my wife just gave birth to a baby, and now she's going to have to deal with the baby plus the other two kids, because I'm punching out.
You know, it'd be really funny if instead of doing that scream, he's like, "Have fun with the kids, honey," and then the thing
Yeah,
kills
he
him.
could have screamed anything. He could have screamed anything. The thong song! He could have screamed whatever he wanted.
Something really.
If you've been
stupid.
quiet and you haven't been able to scream in over a year and a half, I would think you would scream something dumb.
He's
Or
like,
just scream,
"Cunt."
fuck. Yeah, basically, fuck! It's like Arnold. If it was Arnold, he
Dude,
would
that's
just grunt.
Cool. Actually, that's cool.
I kind of stole that. Now I'm thinking about it. That's from Little Miss Sunshine, where the guy,
Oh,
the
it is?
fucking mute guy at the end, finally talks, and it's when he screams "fuck."
Doesn't that feel like that's been done in a few movies, right?
It does.
Am I
And
wrong?
maybe that's what Jim from the Office had "fuck" written in the script, and he was like, somebody was like, "Oh, did you watch Little Miss Sunshine?" And he's like, "God damn it, what am
He's
I gonna
like,
do
I
on
was
the
just gonna
day?"
use that idea.
He's like, "I was in the office with Steve Carell, but I'm not the improviser. What am I supposed to scream?" And he asked Michael Bay. And Michael Bay doesn't fucking know anything because he's too busy looking at models and shit.
I know this sounds awful, and I feel sorry for pooping on him, but doesn't it sound like that's the first time he's ever screamed in his entire life?
Yes, because he's not a loud guy. He's not. If you watch him in other movies and shit, he's not a loud guy. Even in Benghazi, the fucking Benghazi movie, where they're
He's
like,
good in that. I like
it's a
him
great
in that,
movie,
yeah.
and he's great in it. But that's a full-on firefight assault all night, and he doesn't scream once.
By the way, I'm so stupid. I was like, that's how they know each other.
Yeah, that's totally how they know each other. Mark, we would not survive A Quiet Place, dude. We would not survive. We're not smart.
I would die.
We make too
so
much
fast.
goddamn noise. I snore.
And I have diarrhea on top
got
of that.
diarrhea. We're
Jesus
fucked.
Christ.
We're fucked. Nice knowing you. These fucking things
We're
will break
more
me
of
apart.
like cut the line at HHN type of survival.
I have a VIP sticker to eat at this diner kind of a guy. I get my pancakes first. Could you survive
you would be the
The
guy that
Quiet Place?
that fries chicken in the Quiet Place.
I'm trying.
Oh,
yeah, dude.
Fryer.
What if I caught my own chicken and I fucking pluck it? I'm like, dude, this is awesome. Look at me surviving. I'm gonna fry my own chicken. Then I dump it in a vat of fried bubbling oil. It's like, and then the things come.
This is actually, it's the most, that would be worse than death for us, I think, to be in that. We love movies so much. We
Yeah.
would never be able to watch a movie.
You
That would
can't listen
suck.
to music unless you have headphones. How were her headphones still working? I don't know. But you can't listen. You can't. Maybe you can listen to music. Can't fucking watch TV anymore. That's over, right? I guess you got to play board games quietly. Can't play anything good. Can't play Hungry Hungry Hippos. Got to be quiet. I would be the worst. I'd be like, "Oh, this is me signing everything, by the way, so I don't give us away." But me signing, I'm like, "Oh, can't play Hungry Hungry Hippos. Can't eat Doritos. Can't watch a
Dude,
movie."
would you be the guy that loud whispers and everyone's just like,
And everybody's like, "Please shut the fuck up." Remember when you were a kid, you'd go to a sleepover and like the other kids would be super nervous about you waking up their mom if it was like late and you are all trying to get a snack, and the other kids would be like, "Shut the fuck up!" You know what I mean? That's what the Quiet
But
Place
it's like the
universe would be.
loudest whisper.
It's a stage whisper. It's super loud. My mom's got to work.
Let's
Shut the fuck
project.
up. Bet you didn't expect that kind of shit on the Quiet Place double feature episode. Mark, what were some of your favorite things about Quiet Place 1?
Oh, yeah.
Did you have high expectations going into 2? Rewatching now, were you just like so stoked about it? Mark's dying right now.
Wait.
Did you watch? You watched them both in one sitting, right? Yep. I'm translating for Mark now. Mark is like,
God. Oh shit! I watched them like back to back, like one night after the other.
Oh, I see. Okay. I did it in one sitting.
I was basically too much.
They're each like an hour 30, hour 35, so you can watch them together like a big 3-hour movie.
I was
basically.
actually, because of the project I was on, I was so thankful to see that 1 minute and 30, because prior to you recommending these movies for the show, every movie I encountered that I wanted to watch is always like 2 hours and 30 minutes. 2 hours and 41 minutes, and I'm like, oh my god, I have to like work.
Yeah, dude.
Everybody watch this fucking movie. By the way, that some of the movies were longer than the two of those movies combined.
Yes. I'm sorry, I was thrown off by the beeping sound that happened.
I think my brother got locked out of the house.
Oh.
I'm so sorry, podcast.
It's okay.
I have to let my brother.
Oh, go let him in. Go let him in. I'm gonna vamp while you're.
Pardon my ass.
While you're. So, I'm just gonna wind up cutting this later.
So sorry. Oh. All right.
Beep boop. That noise will definitely get you keeled, straight keeled, in the Quiet Place universe.
This is like a disaster. So,
Mark,
I apologize, Everett.
So as we're kind of nearing the end of our Quiet Place discussion, which...
Oh, no, we didn't even talk about 2.
No, I'm saying we're going into 2 for part 2. Is there anything else you want to say
I'm a dumbass
about part 1 before we move on to part 2?
I don't know. I would say that, like, I was pleasantly surprised at how awesome it was. And I really liked I thought it was, like, very artistic. It was really cool how they pieced everything together. The pacing's really good. A lot happens in a short period of time.
Yes.
And you also get a lot of... Basically, they don't... I mean, yeah, now that you mentioned that one part with the writing, they kind of do force feed that, but most of the universe you slowly find out. Like, they're not like, these monsters are blah, 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 blah. There's no scene where they over-explain everything, so it's still terrifying what these things are, because you have really no clue about anything.
And we should say, too, that the angels I think they look really cool, creature design-wise. I love the, like, flaps. It's basically like their whole head is a giant eardrum, so their outer, whatever you want to call it, the exoskeleton face, it's like made of these little fleshy flaps that kind of come up, and that exposes that, and that's how they eventually kill the angels. We didn't even talk about the fucking hearing aid shit. How, like, the secret to killing them, because they can't fucking kill them. You can't burn them, you can't blow them up, as we learn later. You have to use feedback. They're sensitive to feedback, and the feedback comes from the little girl's hearing aid that she hooks up to an amp, because Jim from The Office has been trying to make her a hearing aid. And I actually thought that was a super cool reveal, but if you start to think about it, it very much becomes, to me, super clunky in the second movie to have to carry around a hearing aid and the amp and a mic plus my gun. I'm like, that's a lot of business for that actor
and
to have to do.
And she fires the shotgun, and she's so
and
strong
it's a pump.
that there's no kickback. She's got no kickback. Do you see her fire that shit? She just, like, one-hands it, like...
One-hands it like it's
She's pretty
nothing.
badass, actually.
Yeah.
They really do, like... That's what I love about that character's journey, it's one of the first one you kind of find her annoying, and even the family does, so you're not alone. Because they're like, yeah, the kid, essentially. They're basically giving her shit for something that she's trying to
That
be
she
nice.
didn't even do. Yeah.
He's actually a really sweet kid. But anyway, the way they transition her from this, like, she's more of like a meek character to this, basically the hero of the entire franchise, it's very cool and actually very believable, which is what I love about both these movies.
Yeah, we should say the cast is excellent. I think the cast in both movies is excellent. Again, I'm going to throw more points to the sequel because I don't know if you see a pattern here. I actually liked the sequel a little more than the first movie.
Me too.
But okay, dude, we are in lockstep again because I love the cast in both.
Saying the same thing, yeah.
But the second movie has some really great performances. But yeah, man, I really enjoyed this. It was fun to revisit. I think it is definitely served better by watching at home. Yeah, because you don't have to deal with fucking, other moviegoers, dude. So there you go. Quiet Place. Let's fucking roll on through. We're already talking about it. Quiet Place Part 2, released in 2020. This one also written and directed by Jim from The Office. Brings in some new faces because Jim from The Office died in the last movie. Spoiler. So, okay, you want to talk about making fun of yourself? Like, that's how they know each other. Michael Bay and Jim from The Office from Benghazi. Dude, I had that moment rewatching the sequel this time. I was like, oh, that's why they're in Oppenheimer together. Cillian Murphy and Emily Blunt here know each other and have met each other many years ago and clearly work well together. And they were like, let's go make... I'm willing to bet, because apparently Nolan knew that Cillian Murphy was going to be Oppenheimer the whole time. I'm willing to bet he was like, any ideas for who should play your wife? And I'm willing to bet he said Emily Blunt because of this movie. Right? Don't you get that? I got that kind of vibe.
I thought they had good chemistry together. And actually, I kind of like how this movie really messes with you too. And the main character in like really good ways. So I like that. Reveal them or no? Reveal
it. Fuck it.
So I really love those moments where they were like, wait, oh God, I'm trying to remember. What's a good, I'm trying to remember that one part. Damn it.
Well, here, while you're thinking, let me set this up for the audience. So Quiet Place Part 2 is basically just a direct continuation, except this time we kind of flirt with seeing how this all started. I bet you forgot that this movie opens with literally day one. The thing we're going to see in the new movie, except we're going to see that in the cities, probably New York. Actually, most definitely New York. And I'm willing to bet maybe some other cities too. But here in this small little town, it looks like, I don't know, fucking Pennsylvania. Whatever it is, it's on the Metro North line. That's all I know. Because they eventually, are on the trains. Somewhere in the tri-state area in a small little town. Did, something drop on your face? What happened?
Dude, there's, some crazy thunderstorm. Sorry.
Oh,
I don't know if you saw that huge flash.
Oh, God.
Anyway.
Mark, the creatures are coming. Yeah, you kind of get a scene of what happens on day one in this town. So Jim from The Office returns. You can kind of see you could see them before they were who they were in the first movie, right? They're going to the kid's baseball game. The other little fucking kid's still alive. He's not old enough to fuck with the rocket ship yet, right? They're all having a nice time in their quaint little Beetlejuice town. And that's where you sort of establish Cillian Murphy. He's like another guy in the town that's friends with them. He's got his own family. He's there watching his kid play baseball. He's not some pervert who's just there watching the kids play baseball. I want to establish that the man is a decent man, okay? He's a decent man. He's actually a very cool character. His name is Emmett, I think. And the thing I liked most about... Cillian Murphy's just a great fucking actor. But the thing I like most about this character is more so... you think the characters in the first movie feel very real. And the daughter, I think, feels the realest of them all. But in the second movie, you really now feel like they are movie characters because Cillian Murphy feels like a real guy. He feels like a real guy that is grieving, has lost everything, his wife, his son. He obsessively draws pictures of his son. That guy has lost everything, and he has taken to the post-apocalyptic life in a different way. The Abbotts have tried to maintain some kind of normalcy. Let's play fucking Trouble or whatever, or Monopoly. not Cillian Murphy. He's in a fucking grain silo with a sniper rifle setting goddamn bear traps. Like, he went the other way. He went the Last of Us way. So if the first movie feels like an Amblin movie, this second movie has those Amblin set pieces, but it feels very firmly like our new post-apocalyptic stuff like Last of Us. I haven't seen Last of Us, but I'm imagining that it feels very close to that, especially with like a guy and a little girl sort of roaming.
Oh, probably.
Like,
yeah.
post-apocalyptic landscape. I haven't watched any Last of Us. Is that bad?
You should check it out. I like the video game. I say play.
Yeah, you told me not to. You told me to watch it, and then you watched like 4 episodes. You were like, "Don't watch it."
Yeah, no, I think you should. I think the video game is so good and a much better experience that you should reserve it for that. Even if you don't like playing video games, you should. Oh, by the way, the scene I was thinking about was when she thinks that Cillian Murphy has taken all her shit.
Yes.
And then the setup to that where he's like, oh, the people out there, you don't want to meet them. He's like, they've gone bad. So they set up all these little vague things where you think that he's actually going to abandon her or do something
and
horrific.
Fuck her over, yeah.
And they play it so well that even though I think I had watched like maybe up to that point, even though I had done that, it still got me again.
Yes.
Because he does actually, he's such a subtle performance, you can never tell if he's gone the crazy side, because you're like, oh great, candles, he's got like you were saying, all the drawings of his kid up, and there's like this guy lose his mind from grief.
He's off it. Yeah.
Or does he want to or is he just setting up there temporarily, and he just brought them in so he can take their stuff? Because she does ask him, doesn't she ask him something along the lines of like, didn't you see us? How come you kind of like hid
How come
out
you
here?
never came over?
Yeah.
Did you see our fire? Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was like,
So
because that guy was like, I've seen what the other humans, basically, you guys are living in a nice movie. I've been living in The Road by Cormac McCarthy, and shit sucks. I've seen humans do awful shit. I'm not going to your fucking house because I don't know what you guys are going to do. Right? That's blatantly what he was saying. Like, he's like, I don't trust you. Right?
And the funny thing is, he's just like one house over, and he had like a completely horrible experience. Like everyone he knows.
Why wouldn't he
dead.
turn it around on them and be like, "Why didn't you come over to my fucking house,
dude?" Okay, can you tell me? Did this bother you that she fucking guilt trips him into looking for the daughter? That made me so. It made me lose a little bit. I mean, I understand what she's saying from a mother's perspective
desperate
because she's dealing with all this shit, but the way she asked it made it seem like he was a piece of shit for wanting to not die.
She made it his responsibility, which is fucked. Because
and
she has been so
totally buys it too.
Yes. Like, he does it because she's like, you have to. I need your help. Like, he's like, what the fuck?
Dude,
like,
no, see,
24 hours ago,
like
he was living alone, perfectly quiet life.
I know.
Now he's got a family that's like, yeah, like now he's got this step family that's dropped in. That's like, you need to do this.
Oh, we have to mention too, the kid gets his friggin' leg mangled in a
you want to talk
trap.
about horrible things to laugh at? When that kid's leg got caught in the bear trap and he screamed, I started laughing immediately. I respect that little kid. Noah Jupe is his name. I respect that actor.
Oh my God.
And I like the character. I think they do a lot of interesting stuff with him. But fuck, dude, if that's not... It's just naturally funny, dude. It's like if you see a kid...
You didn't see it in the theater.
Dude.
Were
people laughing? Oh no, you didn't see it. Dude, when he screams, I laughed my fucking ass off. It's just funny. It's just a funny physical moment. That's all.
It's one of those like... It's one of those. You know why you're desensitized? It's one of those kid screams that you see in like a TikTok video where some kid's spinning around on like some swing set or like one of those merry-go-round things, and then just like clocks himself in the head on some metal thing, and you're just like, and that scream is the same scream, and it's hilarious.
It's fucking
it's a kid
hilarious.
Getting injured. Those are funny videos. Oh my God.
But that's what I'm talking about. This little fucker, this is kind of just the general plot of Quiet Place 2. Basically take the exact scenarios that the family was in the first movie and just expand them. The kid got hurt in the first movie, he gets fucking injured in this movie. Now we got to figure out what to do with the baby. And kind of like a sitcom, it wisely splits them up. It's like, here's the A story. The A story is Cillian Murphy is guilt-tripped by Emily Blunt to go rescue the daughter because she's heard this song on the radio, and she wants to go. She's like, oh, there's a working radio station. I could use my hearing aid to broadcast and kill all the creatures.
But wait, there's more. She also ditches the injured son with the baby and leaves. What?
Everybody's just trying to get away, Mark. People just want to get away.
They're not thinking of that scenario. They have they're either super confident or what, but they they actually thought they could survive that. And what is this mangled?
Maybe that's why
basically everyone dies in that scenario.
Maybe that's why they chose to do a prequel. Because, Quiet Place 3 would just be that fucking sucker kid. They left him alone with the baby, and that's the whole movie. Emily Blunt has punched her ticket. The fucking the deaf girl lives on the island with the radio station. She's like, bye.
Cillian Murphy gets wiped out. Oh, can I say, I was struggling to have, to think of a moment from Quiet Place 1. It's because I kept thinking about scenes from A Quiet Place 2, because that scene on the pier was one of my favorites, where Cillian Murphy wraps around that dude and just jumps into the water. That scene was...
I also love that payoff, because earlier we're shown he doesn't know sign language. Obviously, he's not in their family, and he's trying to tell his kid to dive at the baseball game, and he asks her, "How do you say dive?" And she shows him the sign. And the fact that pays off during that fucking dock scene, where how's he going to communicate the fucking weird boat dweller people, or the fact that pays off and he tells her to dive is so smart. That's good filmmaking. It's good writing, and it's good filmmaking. Yes, the Psycho Shrimpers. I was just calling them boat dwellers. And correct me if I'm wrong, I think the main guy is Scoot McNairy. You know that actor?
Oh, really?
I think it's him under a bunch of makeup and a
tell
wig.
Who the hell is who?
Well, that's the thing I wanted to ask you about, is did you like the expansions to the universe? I actually think they were super cool. Hey, here are these people who are using the docks to kind of catch strangers that come in seeking help, and presumably, I guess, to eat them, take their things.
Dude,
whatever.
Those people were terrifying, and of course they made terrifying. It at night too.
Yep.
And
you got a creepy little kid. You got a creepy little kid that rolls with them that puts the fucking bells
kid was
on.
Scary. I actually thought that Cillian Murphy was gonna die. It's one of those scenes where you're like, how the hell is he gonna get out of this?
Yes.
It was so well done. And the way he gets out of it is legit awesome, too.
Yes. The dive, and then, I love the cleverness
with
of that.
With the blood cloud.
You get the double clever, right? The double clever payoff is, here's me using the sign you showed me in the beginning of the movie. And also, I'm going to how badass, I'm going to stab this fucking boat dweller. So he screams, and the creatures come after him. And I'm going to jump in the water while he gets eaten. Fucking great. We should also say, while he and the deaf girl encounter the boat dwellers on their way to the radio station, here are the other storylines. Emily Blunt abandons her children after she guilt trips Cillian Murphy about doing for her children. She abandons them to go get new oxygen tanks for the baby and medicine for the injured kid, leaving Noah Jupe alone with the baby so that he can... Not only does he have to babysit the baby, but he has to survive a monster coming, basically terrorizing him, and he's got to hide the kid inside. What is that thing they're hiding in?
I think it's a boiler of some kind, or some heat device. But they're so dumb that they're like, come on, this is the most important thing is the towel, and you're gonna totally forget about it.
I thought the towel had just fallen off or something. Thank God Emily Blunt, when she came back, was smart enough. I love that reveal where it cuts back. You're like, oh no, the door's shutting and they're all going to be locked inside. The towel is back in place because she had the forethought to put it back. Yeah, that little kid gets stuck with the baby inside of this airtight chamber. Oxygen. Dude, didn't it feel like there was a moment?
I love when he takes the baby's oxygen. That made me laugh so much because it's also a mouthpiece for a baby to go over the baby's
super
mouth
tiny,
and nose. So for him, it's just over his mouth, and it just looks so ridiculous because he's stealing oxygen from the baby.
Dude, didn't it seem like it got a little dark at that moment? Is there going to be a moment where he chooses to just keep breathing the oxygen and let the baby fucking die, right? It gets fucking crazy. I mean, of course, Jim from The Office is never going to do that. They will never do that in these movies. I never feared for that baby's life once. I knew the baby was kind of bulletproof. They're not going to
They
go
kill
there.
one young kid at the beginning. I think
That's
they were
enough.
like,
Yeah. I feel like they will never kill. Like, here's what I can say safely. They will never kill another kid in the Quiet Place universe. And 2, you know that cat that's in day 1? I bet you that fucking cat survives. I hope he does. But I'm telling you, I know that cat survives because there's no fucking way. They're like, we already killed a kid. We're not going to kill this cat.
What if like A Quiet Place 1 starts with the angels wiping out a kindergarten, and you're just like,
well, he did it.
oh man,
that's why he had to get Mike Sarnowski from Pig. He's like, I got to get a really depressing director in here to make like a super depressing open.
It's like, I saw that underground chef Fight Club you created with all those dismal characters. You can handle these sad sacks.
Yeah, you're good at handling grief. Yeah, man. Listen, and again, this is another movie, and it's wisely structured the same way. It's like, here's establishing our problem, and at the midway point, once each of our characters are broken off into their own little sub-stories, plotline A, B, and C, it's all one big set piece. It's like, here's the set piece that takes us through the island to the radio station. Here's the set piece that I'm hiding in the hideout with the baby and the monster's coming. Here's fucking... Although, the only one that kind of gets kind of gypped out of a piece in this one is Emily Blunt. Because she kind of deals with the monster for the kid, and that's how we discover you can't blow them up, you can't harm them with fire.
No, by the way, that bothered me. You have this precious oxygen resource, and you're just going to blow it up?
Yes!
Instead of just taking some small metal item and throwing it at a wall?
Yes, to lead them away.
Just as well.
What the fuck? How are you going to waste it?
That made no sense. I mean, if you can't shoot it, like, they're hardy. Like, why would you risk oxygen? Because you need it for the baby anyway.
Yes. Although I do like that moment where she was on the way to get the oxygen tanks and she stopped at the memorial for her kid. I thought that was actually a very smart moment to be like, well, she's eventually going to cross paths with it. Let's just have her fucking pay her respects and then move on.
What if it was she takes the ring off and puts it on there, and then the next scene is her and Cillian Murphy just going at it in that
the soundproof chamber. Wait a minute. They open the door to let the air in. About 10
and
seconds.
That Titanic handprint.
Yep. While her son's there trying to give the baby oxygen.
Oh my god, that made it even worse.
Do me in my quiet place. A Quiet Place takes on a whole new meaning in A Quiet Place Part 2.
A Quiet Place too.
Jesus
Ticket to
Christ.
Pound Town.
Ticket to One way to Pound Town. Mark,
like, I don't understand this title.
What did you think about the people? I actually thought it was kind of ingenious because it's like, okay, when Cillian Murphy, after they survive the boat dwellers, that they find these people who are seemingly living like normal lives, like they're at a bonfire, they're fucking having a good time, they're cooking and shit, that like they are able to live and survive simply because we now learned the things can't swim, the angels can't swim. So that's how. It doesn't matter. They can make all the fucking noise they want on this island because the things can't get to them. The only reason the fucking creatures get there is because one of them is on a boat that like maroons itself there. That's it.
Does that bother you when main characters inadvertently cause horrific problems for other people that are very innocent?
Yes. It got me less with the boat and more with Djimon Honsou, I think that guy's like super cool, but I feel bad for him because he's clearly like him. Yes, the fact that like he has to drive them to the radio station and he's the one that gets killed is fucked. I'm actually glad that they're bringing him back for day one. He seems to be like a pretty big part.
But the thing is, like, do you feel as though that kind of ruins it too? It's like, he survives. He ain't gonna die.
No, he doesn't know because it's a prequel. It's a prequel.
No, but he's not.
Oh, I see. When you see him in day one, you're like, he's
gonna
fine.
Be completely. So whatever situation he's in, you're just gonna be like, well, he dies in the other movie.
He's alive
unless
in part
it's his
2.
Twin. That'd be funny if it's his twin.
He has a twin brother. That was my twin brother from One Way Ticket to Pound Town. That was my twin brother. You talking about Jeff, my twin brother? His brother's name is Jeff.
Doesn't it feel like he's a great actor? He looks awesome.
Great voice.
Clearly has charisma, and they always kill this poor man.
They either always kill him off, or they give him the bullshittiest part in a giant movie. Like, he's in the Guardians movies. He's got one great moment in the first one, and then you forget he exists. Isn't he also
he's not bad in Gladiator?
Gladiator, he's in. He's okay. Is he in Gladiator 2?
I don't know. I hope so. Put that guy back in. He's awesome.
Put that guy in. He's been in a few other big movies where he shows up and then randomly he's gone.
Yeah, and by the way, the only thing that ages. Oh, he was in Shazam. The only thing he ages is just like his beard just turns white, and that's it.
And it actually looks really cool.
He's like an immortal. Yeah, I know. That lucky bastard.
Yeah, that guy's like a Highlander.
My beard comes out and I look like a pile of shit.
I look like a fucking meth head Gandalf. Mark, did you have a favorite set piece in this one? What are your thoughts on this one, man?
I loved it way more than the first one. I think they raised the stakes. They added a lot more surprises. There were way more moments of tension.
Why do we love it more? Is it just that it's just it doubles down on all the stuff that worked in the first movie?
The first movie, regardless, not much. I mean, a lot happens in it, but not as much as this second movie. And the first one does have this claustrophobia, and almost it feels like this video game where you can't get out of the bounding box of the farm or the bridge, you know?
Yeah.
But this one, you're going to the island, you go to that pier. There's like multiple locations, so it really expands the universe to make it even more terrifying, because now they're moving out into the unknown and not this tiny farm. With the simple scene of that like sand just ending, that really sold the movie to me, because I'm like, oh, cool.
Yeah.
Now they're like going beyond their
That's a great moment too. Yeah. Where the foot
and they
steps on the leaves. Yeah.
It's like, here's where we could save everybody and ourselves, but the risk is like, it's like every character in this movie takes on a huge risk. Like, Cillian Murphy has to take care of this girl that's essentially his daughter almost now, like a replacement for his kid that was lost. And then she has to get more oxygen. So everyone has their own quest, and they're all like, in this universe, it's sort of like, yeah, well, you kind of have to do that. Otherwise you will, even if you don't split up, you could die too. Like, there's just, these creatures are everywhere and you have limited resources. So I think that's what makes it more terrifying. On the farm, it feels like they're kind of like set there, but now they're, they have no clue. Like, is that map real? Is that island still
what
there?
Are we going
like,
to find on the island?
Yeah.
Right.
So there's way more surprises, and like every character, you have no clue if something good or bad is. Even on that island, there were moments where it's like, these people could be also bad too. And
right, they could be like another version of the Boat Dwellers, just like in a fucking Pier 1 catalog kind of way. They're like pretending to be nice.
It's like there's only so much food on that island too. It's not super big.
What if they're like, you enjoying your hot lake? Yeah, that's a human being. Like, we chose a guy. We choose one guy every month to die. You're eating Nate's penis.
Dude, can you? Oh my! That's a terrifying scenario. Right
That's
there.
crazy.
Holy
they have like a fucking council, like Survivor. They gotta pick a guy. Like, you can't pick.
You produce the least.
Yeah, you're like, you can't pick any children over the age of 6 or like under the age of 16. Okay, go. Here are all the people who we can eat. Right? You're right. Who produces the least? You're like, well, that guy just sits around and he ate way more than everybody else at the last cookout. I nominate him.
By the way, what if you were the guy that was trying to be polite and like, just eating your own share and not taking too much and using this, and they still voted you to get
They
eaten?
voted
You're
for
like,
you.
Oh man, I was nice to all these people for no reason.
Yeah, now I gotta be a colossal dick before they kill me. I gotta get all my jollies in. I gotta run around and vigorously masturbate outside of someone's window. I gotta take a shit on that guy's lawn. I also like Quiet Place Part 2 more than the first one. I think because I think this is the first time, maybe, since... I'm just gonna maybe just say it. I think it might be the first time a sequel, besides Predator 2, which is probably my favorite sequel ever made, has successfully the thing I love most about it is how it expands the lore and takes this thing and says, okay, what happens if it comes here? And what does that look like? Well, we know how this family's dealing with the tragedy in this wasteland. How are these other people dealing with it? Are all humans good? No, some are bad. Like, it raises interesting questions, and to me, it gives you all interesting answers. So I actually think the expansion is the strength for the sequel, and the set pieces are fucking great.
Oh yeah.
I don't know that you will ever top pregnant lady giving birth in a bathtub, but dude, the shit on the train when she first finds Cillian Murphy, and they join up to go on their quest, and the radio station, I think, are both fantastic set pieces. Anytime I see a radio station now and there's like two characters and there's like a gap somewhere in the background, I can only think of Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. You know, where they're in the radio station and Leatherface fucking comes out of the dark? I kept waiting for an angel to pop out. I was like, they're going to do a Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 thing. Yeah, I thought it was awesome. I do agree. I think it doesn't do Emily Blunt's character any favors. Doesn't it feel like they've kind of, maybe that's why the other reason they chose to do a prequel next is they were like, well, we've kind of tortured this family enough, and we've kind of put them through.
Let's torture another one.
Right, like let's like where else can we go? Right, we're gonna be doing the same things unless there's something drastic. So maybe that's why I'm just wondering why now? Why choose to do a prequel now? Is it because they ran out of stuff?
It actually, to me, it makes it smart. It's the only reason why you could show a city environment, because I'd assume that in this place you would not want to be in a city because they'd be crawling everywhere. So to me, it makes more sense to have these creatures invading a city because that would be more likely, you know?
Right. Yeah.
I can't think of anyone want to congregate in a city with these freaking creatures just roaming everywhere.
I'm excited for Quiet Place Day 1, and we're gonna review it, right? I have my tickets already. I'm going to see it Friday.
Oh, really? Ooh.
Yes. Yeah. Well, we should talk offline, but I'm planning to. I want to review it so that way we can complete our Quiet Place trilogy. Yeah, man, I really enjoyed Quiet Place Part 2. I think that's the other thing, and I've told you this before, is like, again, not to throw shade at the first movie, because I do think the first movie's great, but I think it's tough for actor-directors, because they're in the movie. So there's only, you can't do 15 jobs at once. You're either worrying about how you're looking, what your actor face is doing versus what the shot is, and I think you can see the visual strengths and how much better I think this movie travels because Jim from The Office is like, I'm only in the open, so now I can just direct the movie. Yeah,
that actually is super smart. It's like, kill off yourself.
Yep.
So you can actually direct.
You could direct the movie.
Genius. That now that you brought that up, that makes complete sense.
Yeah. I totally think that's partially why the movie feels a lot grander and a lot more cinematic, is because he has one job now. He doesn't have 3 fucking jobs. He's just got to show up and direct, right?
It also gets rid of that, like, and not to be rude, but that Office tinge to it. It's like
a little bit,
he killed his own character. You know, that's pretty ballsy, because you don't really expect him to, like, for the posters and everything, you don't really expect him to die, you know, with that much of a chunk of the movie left.
I also want to quickly give a shout out to the score by, I want to say it is Marco Beltrami. Dude, it's a sparse score, but there's like a little theme that plays that's like bum, 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 like when something sad happens in the Quiet Place universe. Like all of a sudden, like, and it comes up in like a super obvious way, because it's like, it'll be like dead silence for 5 minutes, and then they'll be like, let's bury this kid, and then you'll hear bum, bum, right? The sad music comes in. That little piece of music is so effective, dude. That little bit of Marco Beltrami's score, I love it. Fucking great. That guy also easy job for him. He only had to write one piece of music.
No, that's what I was about to say. I really like that they didn't try to like hide the quiet moments by covering it with music.
Yes.
I love that it's actually quiet, and it makes it way more terrifying. Like, if they try to force fed you with music, I think this movie wouldn't be as good. It's good because it actually lives up to the title.
Oh, not only that too. There's no music to hide behind. You can't emotionally manipulate the audience's feelings in a scene. You're doing it all quiet. That's how fucking effective it is. If it's dead silence and you're still getting these like emotional reactions to things, that's just fucking good filmmaking, man.
And really good acting for sure.
There's no, it's
Like,
not a
they're
Lifetime
all
movie. They don't
awesome.
have to pipe in a score underneath to be like, now this is when you're gonna cry, right?
Well, I mean, the franchise has some pretty big names in it, which is really cool.
Yeah.
These are like heavy hitter actors that they got, you know?
They're huge. They're all fucking huge. Although it's a cheat because Emily Blunt is his wife, right? So it's easy. Jim from The Office made his wife be in the movie.
He guilts her into it just like she guilts Cillian Murphy's character.
Yeah, he's like, you have to do this. Movie. You have to. You have to be in the movie, and you have to invite Oppenheimer to be in the movie. You know Cillian Murphy, call him. He hits her up for favors. Do you know Djimon Honsou? Call his number now.
I was just about to ask you how to pronounce his name properly.
Yeah. How do you say it?
Honsou.
Djimon Honsou. Do we want to learn how to say
Djimon
Honsou?
I think so. We have
right.
to. That's like that's our thing, man.
That's a thing we do on this show. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna say, because I've seen him in interviews. I think I'm saying it correctly, but before we reveal, all right, here we go. Let me share my screen with Mark. All right, Mark. So here we go. Djimon Honsou.
Oh, wow, damn, that was good.
Djimon Honsou.
Oh, Djimon.
Oh, shit, I thought you had it dead on.
I thought it was Djimon Honsou.
Djimon Honsou.
Djimon? That doesn't sound right, dude. Let's go for the slow. You know we got to go the slow. Here we go.
Djimon Honsou.
Djimon
Honsou. Have we looked up his name before? I feel like we have.
I think we have.
He's in a lot of stuff.
Dude, I swear there are interviews where people are like, Djimon, nice to see you. And he doesn't correct them.
He dies a little bit on the inside. He's like...
He's like, another one. It's Djimon. He gets
that
really
sounds like
pissed.
how Trump would pronounce it. Djimon.
Yes, it sounds incorrect. I just saw this guy, great guy. He's in a movie. I don't remember the name of the movie, but it's very good. Everybody loves it. I want to say it's Djimon. Is that your name? Black people, let me know if I'm saying it right. That's what Trump would do. I don't want to watch Quiet Place Day One. Too much diversity. I prefer the whiteness of Quiet Place 1 and 2. Okay, no offense to my good friend Djimon. We are friends. That's how you would do it. Is that our first Trump impression on this show? How did we get through all of the pandemic and not do a single
Except
Trump?
Your hands vanished when you did the hand motion.
It's because of Zoom. My hands vanish.
Wait, is it more like this?
It's like more like T-Rex hands. I just want to say, listen, I love Djimon. He does a great job. Everybody says he does a great job. I agree. It's fine. But
what if Trump wins and we get jailed for making fun of it?
We get thrown in the quiet place? I'll throw you in the quiet place. Everybody that made fun of me has to go live in a quiet place for real. He can't get real monsters, so he just like sets up panthers and shit from the zoo. They're very attracted to noise, but I also spread some meat sauce on you guys so they can smell you.
It's just a podcast, man.
This is a great meat sauce. It's my favorite. It's by Prego. Prego's the best. I won't hear
Trump
of it.
Meat sauce.
Yes, it's Trump meat sauce. It's from the Trump Tower. Everybody loves it. They say
gold.
It's the best. It's solid gold. It's better than Prego. It's better than any of the bullshit. Chef Boyardee can suck a dick.
Dude, I love Chef Boyardee. How dare you?
Dude, Chef Boyardee is a character in Unfrosted, by the way.
Who plays Chef Boyardee?
Bobby Moynihan plays Chef Boyardee.
Oh man, wow.
We couldn't go a week without talking about Unfrosted, the Pop-Tart movie. Mark,
this movie sounds like it should be a lot funnier than what you said.
Sucks. Fucking sucks. Mark, any other final thoughts on A Quiet Place Part 2? Wait, I'm sorry. A Quiet Place 2, one-way ticket to Pound Town. Best subtitle. That's Mark's title, by the way.
Yeah, I know. It's also in my show notes. I think it's
That's
the
your
only
pitch.
note I have for this.
That's Mark's pitch to Platinum Dunes. He walked into Michael Bay's office and he was like, check it out. And you reveal in the PowerPoint. At first, it just says A Quiet Place. And then your next slide says, one-way ticket to Pound Town.
Oh, my God.
So
By the
then
way-
they go into the chamber and they fuck in the quiet place. Get it? Get it? Michael Bay is the one guy giving you
The
a thumbs up.
original joke was I was supposed to be like, oh no, I watched the wrong Quiet Place movie. It was A Quiet Place Town. What was that? Wait, A Quiet Place near Pound Town. That was it. Yeah. And I was supposed
Still
to
a good
do
joke.
that by accident.
Still a good joke. Still works. Still works.
Oh, the other note I had was the kid is a screw up, but thank goodness she can fix things.
Oh, you're talking about the daughter. Yes. Well,
Where
she
she
has the
kept the-
typical teenage bullshit, but
It's like you can't have teenage angst in the Quiet Place universe.
you can't have anything. Dude, here's my
And also,
thing.
they also don't communicate with each other too, so everyone storms off angry and does their own thing, and it's like,
Yep.
you all could have died.
But also, too, don't you get the sense that even though they storm apart, that there's no privacy? Like, if you're a teenage boy in the Quiet Place universe, how do you jack off?
Even if you go in private, you could die.
You could die because there are sounds and they'll hear it.
What if you have one of those crackly shits where, you know, when it comes out, it's like, and then the thing goes,
Yeah, you have a really like bubbling shit, the bubble guts.
ah, man.
Oh, I was just taking a shit.
You just
Okay,
see
so
your
we
shitting torso falling over.
you just see a
leg
fountain of shit go up. It's like when you see the blowhole of water when a whale goes under. That's just the fountain of shit. And that's how they know you've passed. We've established that Mark and I would not survive life in the Quiet Place universe. I also, friendly reminder, if this actually does become a Quiet Place universe under the Trump presidency, don't have kids. Probably not a good idea to have kids. So I just want to throw that out there. Mark?
Yeah, that is a crazy family to follow, by the way. It's like, we didn't even talk about the stepping on a nail scene and the fact that they keep walking past this stupid nail.
Yes. Nobody thought to take
Like,
the
no
fucking
one-
nail out. It is a good set
Although, how
piece,
do
though,
you
because
take it
every
out,
time
though?
they go back down the stairs, you're like waiting. You're like, who's going to step on it?
But can I ask, how did that nail get like that? Like, did they put it there? There's no way.
Shitty craftsmanship.
There's really no. It's almost impossible for a nail to go up like that.
Because
and
Jim
how
from The
long have they been
Office
there for?
is too busy trying to act and direct and build a hearing aid. He's not building stairs correctly.
Wait, but if all his gear is in the basement, how many times has he walked past that nail and never stepped on it?
And never stepped on it. That's a good point. Because he's down there all the time. And how has she
And-
never stepped on it? Because Emily Blunt
Yeah.
has come down there too. They dance around. That's a good point. See, the second
And
movie's
it's
better.
really sticking out there.
The
too.
second movie doesn't have these kind of little stupid hang-ups. He had
For
the
sure, they
foresight
totally
to outthink
fixed a lot of
these.
problems. Yeah.
They fixed a lot of shit, dude. Mark,
Wait, I think though in the second movie that nail is still there though in one of the scenes.
is it? I gotta go back and look. I didn't look for it. Djimon.
By the way, your chair is awesome.
Djimon. Hey, Mark. Any hopes or expectations for day one? Is there something you're hoping to see?
I hope I get to see it on a big screen.
Likewise, buddy.
I mean,
All right,
it
people.
looks- all the trailers, it looks spectacular.
I don't
It
know
looks
if you're going to get a
crazy
premium
good.
screen. Inside Out 2 is killing the game and it's taken all them premium screens. So how will you watch A Quiet Place day one? That's the question. We're planning to review it, so be here next week when we finish out our Quiet Place trilogy. We'll be able to answer all these questions, Mark. Do you feel now like you're fully prepped for Quiet Place day one?
I am, yes, I am. and I'm
Yeah.
very happy I did. Because some of the characters will appear in it. It's Ian.
Absolutely. Well, we know Djimon will be there, right?
And I hope I hope he's just not there at the end to be like, "Hey, we have an island," for no
Yeah.
reason. It's
Maybe
like, how did
he-
you get the island
Maybe
first?
he pieces out. He helps Lupita for one scene, and he's like, "Okay, I have a boat, and I'm gonna go." And we know he goes
They
to the
don't
island.
like me to be on screen too long. I'm
Yeah.
too awesome.
Yeah. I keep popping up in these franchises, and they want to get rid of me, so I better go.
He's just collecting franchises.
By the way, now I know how to properly say Djimon. I'm going to work it into a lot of conversations. You can tell I am already saying it multiple times. Djimon.
He's in a lot of movies, so it'll be really easy.
Yeah, dude, you could run through Djimon Honsou's filmography as much as you like. Movies that star Djimon Honsou. Djimon.
How many movies do you think he's been in, actually?
I'm going to say somewhere like 50. I think 50 movies.
I'm going
What
to
do you
do
think?
192.
192. Okay, Mark, that seems a little big, but let's check. Can we just Google so I don't have to count? How many movies has Djimon Honsou been in? Mark, 55 movies.
Damn, you were
And by
dead
the
on.
way, he is in Gladiator 2. It's popping up right here.
Yes. Okay, I am.
Oh,
totally
fuck,
looking
dude, I
forward to
forgot.
that.
He's in fucking Rebel Moon. And
Yeah.
he's also in Gran Turismo, the movie where Legolas says Nissan, not
Oh,
Nissan.
wow, really?
So, dude,
Oh, I
just like
forgot.
Djimon, not Djimon, it's Nissan, not Nissan. Oh,
Wow.
it's almost
This is
like
very educational episode.
It is. It's like a what do you call that? The mnemonics, where you learn it. You like learn by making the little things, right? It's
I was
Djimon, not
homeschooled. I don't know
Djimon.
anything.
It's Nissan, not Nissan.
Oh, shit, that's a great
It
one.
kind of goes together, right?
Yeah, dude, make a TikTok video and release it.
I would if we were still on TikTok, but we're not.
Ah, shit.
We left TikTok.
You did a YouTube.
Oh, okay, I'll do a YouTube. Why don't you take that to YouTube and see what they say, okay? I don't know, it's fine, Djimon. Djimon. Okay. That's it for us, everybody. Thank you. We're out of here.
Shit.
Peace.
Peace.